of Esapoko in Zimbabwe has finally laid a criminal complaint against Rutendo Matinyarare. He posted actually a letter that was written to the Director of Criminal Investigations Department to the Zimbabwe Republic Police. This was actually stamped by the Zimbabwe Republic Police Chief Clerk, Criminal Investigations Department, 2 July 2026. And I will be going through the details of this criminal complaint laid by Temba Mliswa. It will be also interested to look at the response of Rutendo Matinyarare. Rutendo Matinyarare has been releasing audios of individuals within ZANU-PF that he has recorded, and of course these individuals cannot shy away. That is them speaking in these respective audios. I wonder what would be the line of argument for Temba Mliswa. I always hear Rutendo Matinyarare saying he is in Zimbabwe. It will be interesting also to see how the security cluster in Zimbabwe responds to Rutendo Matinyarare. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So the reference of the letter of Temba Mliswa to the Zimbabwe Republic Police, it says criminal complaint against Mr. Rutendo Matinyarare for suspected contraventions of section 164B and 164C of the Cyber and Data Protection Act, Chapter 1207. 1. I, Sapo Temba Peter Mliswa, hereby to lodge this formal criminal complaint against Mr. Rutendo Matinyarare arising from his persistent use of social media platforms, particularly X, formerly Twitter, to publish, disseminate, and amplify false, misleading, malicious digital content concerning myself, Temba Mliswa. But we hear the voice of Temba Mliswa in those audio loud and clear. I'm not saying Rutendo Matinyarare is okay to record people that he interacts with, but the voice of Temba Mliswa is heard there, loud and clear, and everything that he says seems to be making sense to us. I wonder now. I think this one in a normal judicial system, it would not stand the test of time. Now, 2. Mr. Matinyarare has over extended period embarked upon a sustained campaign of publishing electronic communications directed at me, including written posts, audio recordings, and other digital material purporting to attribute statements and conduct to me. These publications have been widely disseminated and have subjected me to public ridicule, hostility, abuse, and reputational harm. I have reasonable grounds to believe that certain audio recordings and electronic messages attributed to me have been selectively edited, manipulated, taken out of context, or otherwise altered before publication, thereby conveying a false and misleading impression of their content and meaning. Given the relevance of sophisticated digital editing and artificial, Temba Mliswa is now accusing artificial intelligence. Okay. He says intelligence technologies, the authenticity and integrity of the recordings should be subjected to forensic examination. Temba. 4. The conduct complaint of discloses of discloses reasonable grounds to investigate suspected contraventions of the Cyber and Data Protection Act, Chapter 12, 07, including but not limited to the following: 4.1, Section 164B, cyberbullying, harassment; 4.1.1, the repeated publication of electronic communications directed at me containing allegations which expose me to humiliation, ridicule, hostility, and sustained online abuse, appears to constitute conduct falling within the ambit of Section 164B, which criminalizes the use of a computer system or information and communication technology to harass, intimidate, bully, threaten, humiliate, or cause substantial emotional distress to another person. So Temba Mliswa is stressed by this, definitely, but he also uses social media to also harass certain politicians if they do the same. Okay, let me read. The publication have generated widespread public commentary and online attacks directed at me, thereby exacerbating the harm occasioned by the impugned material. 4.2, Section 164C, transmission of false data messages intending to cause harm. I further believe that Mr. Matinyarare has knowingly disseminated false and misleading electronic communications concerning me, including allegations of improper conduct, and manipulated or misleading audio recordings with the intention of damaging my personal and professional reputation and exposing me to public contempt. 5. Should the investigation establish that the impugned publications contain false data knowingly transmitted with the intention of causing psychological, reputational, and economic harm, such conduct should fall squarely within the conduct criminalized by Section 164C of the Act. 6. In light of the foregoing, I respectfully request the Zimbabwe Republic Police undertake a comprehensive investigation into the conduct of Mr. Matinyarare, including but not limited to: A, obtaining and forensically examining all original audio recordings, electronic files, and metadata relied upon in the publications; B, determining whether any recordings or electronic communications have been manipulated, selectively edited, synthetically generated, or otherwise falsified before publication. B, determining whether any recordings or electronic communications have been manipulated selectively. Okay, I've read that. C, investigating the origin, creation, editing, storage, and dissemination of that impugned recordings and electronic communications. D, securing all relevant electronic evidence, including computers, mobile devices, cloud storage, publication histories, account records, and metadata capable of establishing the authenticity and provenance of the digital material. E, determining whether the evidence discloses contraventions of Section 164B and 164C of the Cyber and Data Protection Act, Chapter 12, 07, or any other offenses under the laws of Zimbabwe. 7. I stand prepared to furnish your office with screenshots of the relevant publications, links to the post, copies of recordings relied upon by Mr. Matinyarare, and witness statements, and any further information required to facilitate your investigation. 8. Given the continuing publication of impugned material and the significant prejudice being occasioned To myself, I request that this complaint be treated as urgent and the immediate steps be taken to preserve all electronic evidence pending the conclusion of investigations. 8. I trust that the Zimbabwe Republic Police will investigate this matter thoroughly and take such actions as the evidence may warrant. 10. Kindly acknowledge receipt of this complaint and provide the criminal reference number allocated to the matter and advise me of the investigating officers assigned there so that I can cooperate with them. Yours faithfully, Temba Mliswa, the Commissioner General, Mr. Stephen Mutamba, Zimbabwe Republic Police. The very Stephen Mutamba that Temba Mliswa has also condemned for some time. Now, he wrote something also. He says, the adage, ZANU-PF ihomwe inokwana vanhu vose serves as a testament to the inclusive character of the ruling party, positioning itself as a sanctuary for all. However, in its wide embrace, it has also become a fertile ground for the nefarious, harboring criminal, con artists, blackmailers, and fraudsters. Sekuru Rutendo, with his inflated sense of self-worth, has allowed himself to be made a proxy by such, and having warned him to stop the acts to no avail, I now trust the legal route to speak in the manner he understands. His Hengla Tungwarara has his own agenda, whose theme is also neutralizing my voice to protect his political motives, which have been made manifestly clear through his car and cash donations in Masvingo and to Rutendo. We have clear evidential support of this collision and will definitely present it, but not in the naive manner this cabal attempted. It's no wonder Masvingo province has been up in arms against Tungwarara. They have realized his agenda though marked in party colors and rhetoric is different. While the narrative about reconciliation sounds progressive, it's actually an initiative to mask the shocking action of rewarding his proxy, an individual whose claim to fame is in attacking the president and the ruling party. Who has ever sought reconciliation with thieves terrorizing his family compound by inviting them inside and bestowing armloads of gifts unless they were his allies? The manufactured audio recently posted is meant to equalize the field with an argument that I also attacked the president and so should leave Rutendo alone. With that not being the first contrivance, it should have been clear to the engineers of this plot that plot by now that such tricks won't stop me from speaking the truth. While the gullible and hungry have been frowning at his feet, to some of us it has been clear from a long way back that here is an individual of questionable convictions and agendas. That one has snagged his way into the cozy presence of His Excellency isn't a preclusion from being held accountable for their actions. Neither does the proximity lend one purity as to stop us from scrutinizing suspicious tendencies, such as sneaking your way through government procedures to suddenly acquire a farm which is actually the property of the national hero, Nathan Shamyarira's trust. That is not to talk of some who have filed reports of being swindled thousands and then fended off by name dropping or getting dockets to disappear. As someone who has known the party and its operations for a long time, I have come to recognize most of these camouflaged infidels and to promptly name them when I do. That won't stop just because Another hungry mouth has availed itself for that, debasement, to do and say anything for another morsel. One should simply desist from crafting anti presidential and anti party plans. Simple. The first step towards reconciliation is to repent and reform, not sanitizing nonsense with rewards and then suffocating opposition to the ruse by throwing more tricks on social media. And then I want to just check whether Rutendo Matinyarare responded to this. I think it is important to go to the page of Rutendo Matinyarare before I actually stop this live broadcast to hear whether he has responded to Temba Mliswa. Yes, he has actually responded with a very short. He says, Muzukuru, muri kuuya rini kuzotora LC 300 ne 2000k takakuchengeterai. As for you saying that the recordings are fake, come on Muzukuru, ndiwe wakadzidisa Zimbabwe yese kurekoda nekulika the fixer. So that's the response of Rutendo Matinyarare with Temba Mliswa. There is seemingly, okay, I thought maybe no, he just put his picture this time around. That is the simple response of Rutendo Matinyarare. He seemed very busy today. I'm sure he will actually record something or do something about this. We will be checking on this. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Umhlabane is signing off. Let me love and leave you